If you are looking to buy cheap and safe and reliable coin, go over to U7Buy and use code CV3 on U7Buy for 8% off. Link is in the description or link is in the comments to get cheap and safe coin so you can get the cards you want in the game to have fun. CV3. We had a very big issue. The striker position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Shearer. And today we're going to be breaking down this card into 6 categories to help you decide whether or not you should buy this card and if the card is even good or not. But why should you listen to me? Well, I consistently get in the rank 2 and rank 3 range. I'm also a top elite division player, so I believe I can use my ability to help guide you to use the best cards to help get you more wins in FC 25. And so the categories we'll be breaking this card in is with one of the most important things about a striker, and it's obviously the shooting and clinicality ability, right? And I'll make sure I get to that and tell you the best ways to use it to help you if you do decide to buy it. But first, let's get to the other important things as well, and that is the dribbling ability. And there's one thing you have to realize about Shearer is that he doesn't enter into the category of a biggity biggity because he's 5'11" and biggity biggities are 6'1" plus, which is where the lackluster dribbling takes place for most cards that are that tall. And Shearer has 85 dribbling, but he's 5'11". So even though he's not a biggity biggity, he still can't do a little bit of that twist and turn with the ball. So the best way I can describe his dribbling really is if you're going against an opponent that doesn't press you too aggressively and crazy, you can really work well and do some damage with Shearer. But if you're going against an aggressive opponent that presses crazy and gives you no time and space with the ball, Shearer may be an issue for you in the game. But what about the physicality now? Because this can be very crucial in certain situations. Listen, he is 5'11", so he's not super tall in the game against the centre back, but he still has the ability to fight off some of them big strong players for a moment in time. He's not actually a puss in boots, he can hold his own. But when it comes to being an aerial threat, he has aerial plus, so he can fly like an eagle into the air and win the ball. Not against the defenders though that have aerial plus as well, but if he goes against anybody else that doesn't jump as high as him, he has a great chance of winning the ball for either a pass or a header chance. But I think it's better for passes because headers are not that good anymore. But that physicality won't matter if he comes up against somebody that the Hulk can't even push over. You feel me? So he would have to pass the ball. And his passing ability in this game, I found I didn't have too many issues with it. Although there were times that when I would pass it from a distance, I would be like, what are you doing? It was pretty doo-doo with the name on it. He would send it out of bounds way. It wasn't that accurate and it would allow my opponent to either recover or get the ball. So be aware to not pass it from a distance as much with Shearer. So you got to keep it short with this guy. And if you lose the ball, with him, you're going to have to get back on defense, right? So what about Shearer's defense as a striker? Well, let me tell you something. Get closer to the screen. Don't give a damn about no damn defense. He's an attacker. So now let's talk about the pace. Now look at here. Pace is obviously one of the most important things in FCs. And now, based on the new patch, pace is definitely more important than before. And Shearer does not have quick step or rapido. But to my surprise, this guy was actually moving pretty rapid. I couldn't believe it. There were moments where he could actually get in behind and give you some space. Now, although he may get caught up to at certain moments, he is not super slow, bro. He has the ability to get in behind. Some certain cards, even without the playstyle, still move pretty fast. Like for example, call him George Best has that ability. I'm not gonna call him a slowpoke. He's not running in the deepest depths of the mud. But hold up, he is not Mbappe's long lost brother either, but he's still pretty quick. And then when you're that quick and you get an attacking opportunity to score the goal, how well does he do there? That's the shooting and clinicality ability, right? Well, let me tell you the best ways to use that first. When you get the ball to this guy and his body's in the open angle, hit him with a finesse like Messi, for sure, because that ish most likely is going top bin. If you hit the trivela like I'm watching the telenovela, that ish is flying into the back of the net. And if you're in a situation where you send in the through ball and your opponent's on the left-hand side of Shearer and you're running on the right, you should definitely hit the power shot with him because he does have power shot regular, so it still comes up pretty fast. And you green time that, you would have thought you were eating a fresh slice of delicious pizza, of how delicious that shot will go into the back of the net. So remember to do those type of things. And I'll tell you this, and in terms of him just being able to score goals, if he's in the right position, he was on the level of Puskas in terms of clinicality ability that I've noticed in this game. And that says a lot because Puskas was crazy. But with all that being said, the real question is this card wondrous, mid, or doo-doo? Is he even worth the price of currently 600k? Well, for me, using this card, before I tell you that, if you enjoyed the video so far, be sure to follow the Twitch. Link is in the description or link is in the comment to tune into the live streams and if you have more questions. So I'm only going to put him in this part right here because that dribbling ability can really come in clutch for most cards if it's better. And he may have the moments where he can sell you against a dangerous opponent that's good at defense. So I'm going to have to put him in the category of midress, in between mid and wondrous. Still a good card because his finishing is so dangerous. And do I think he's worth that price of 600k? At this stage, I don't think 600k is too crazy now. You should definitely give him a try to see if he works for you. But I still think that 600k is not bad if you try him for a FUT Champions or something. And he's probably going to dip more. But wait, this card right here can be an absolute game changer for you. Find out if this card is wondrous, mid, or dude. Yeah.